Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We're going to start with grade 8 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter probability. In the lessons we're going to cover today are counting principle, combination and permutation notations, probability of independent events. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is counting principle. So let's just start with the first lesson. Here I'm on grade 8 maths. The chapter is probability and here is the lesson, that is counting principle. Let's just start with the lesson. Shireen is gathering workout clothes. There are 5 pair of running shoes and 4 without shirts and 4 workout shirts to choose from. How many different workout outfits can Shireen make? So basically, you need to calculate the total workout outfits he can make from the 5 pair of shoes and 4 pair of shirts. Got it? So basically, you have to multiply all the choices. There are 5 shoe choices and 4 shirt choices. Just multiply 5 times 4. So 5 times 4 is 20. That means he has total 20 different workout outfits. Got it? Okay, the next one is Irene is making an omelette. There are 2 types of meat and 5 types of cheese to choose from. How many different omelettes can Irene make using exactly one of each item? So 2 choices for meat and 5 choices for cheese. So you need to do 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, Melia is booking a Caribbean cruise vacation online. The website offers custom cruise package, so Malia has to make several decisions. She can choose from 10 departure ports and 2 different dates. How many different cuisine can Malia plan? So he has 10 departure ports and 2 start dates. So you need to do 10 times 2. Got it? So 10 times 2 makes 20. That means he can have 20 different cruises. The correct option is 20. Okay, the next one is Raymond is building a snowman. There are 2 hats and 8 scarves to choose from. If Raymond uses one of each item, how many different snowman can he make? So 2 hats and 8 scarves. So you have to do 2 times 8. So 2 times 8 is 16. That means he can make 16 different snowmans. Okay, Sadie is putting together a makeup kit for a friend. There are four types of eyeshadow and five types of mascara to choose from. How many different kits can Sadie make? So, which is the correct option? It would be 5 times 4 makes 20. That means the total they have is 20 different kits. The correct option is 20 different kits. Marlon is making a smoothie. The recipe calls for one kind of fruit and one kind of juice. There are two kinds of fruit and three kinds of juice. How many different smoothies can Marlon make? So, which is the correct option? Two times three makes six. That means he can make six different smoothies. Jared is designing a web page. There are two background colors and six fonts to choose from. How many different designs can Jared create? So, which is the correct option? So, it would be 2 times 6. Got it? So, 2 times 6 makes 12. That means he can make 12 different web pages. Harry is a reporter for the high school newspaper and is writing an article about the football team. Harry wants to interview one freshman and one sophomore on the football team, and there are three freshmen and three sophomores to choose from. How many different sets of people can Harry interview? So, which is the correct option? You need to do 3 times 3. Got it? That means you can make total 9 sets. The correct option is 9. Irene is making an omelette. There are two types of meat and five types of cheese to choose from. How many different omelettes can Irene make using exactly one of each item? You have two types of meat and five types of cheese. You need to do 2 times 5. That means you can make 10 different omelettes. Got it? Susie is knitting a sweater for the yarn. She has to choose from two colors and 9 weights. How many different sweaters can Susie knit? So, which is the correct option? So, that means the correct option is 2 times 9. That means that he can make 18 different sweaters. Kenny is putting together a business outfit. There are two pairs of pants and seven test shirts to choose from. How many different outfits can Kenny put together? So, which is the correct option? So the correct option is 2 times 7. That means he can make total 14 different outfits. Janelle is writing a thank you note to a friend. She has 3 kinds of cards and 5 kinds of envelopes that fit the cards. How many different ways can the thank you note look? So which is the correct option? So that means he have 3 times 5, that he have 15 different ways. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is combination and permutation notation. Let's just start with the next lesson. So you have to evaluate 7p2. P means the permutation. It would be N, P, R, and P means that is the permutation. So whenever you have to evaluate the permutations, what you have to do, you have to do n factorial divided by n factorial, n minus r factorial, and r factorial. That's how you can evaluate the permutations. That is the formula you can use for the permutations. It would be n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, not r factorial. That would be for the combinations. Okay, so for the permutation, it would be NPR, and you have to evaluate like this: n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. For example, it would be 7p2. So you need to do 7 factorial divided by 7 minus 2 factorial. So 7 minus 2 is 5 factorial. So it would be 7, 6, 5 factorial divided by 5 factorial. 5 factorial cancel out, and 7 times 6 is 42. Okay, that is when you have to calculate the permutations. And what if you need to calculate the combination? The combinations is N7C2, for example, you have to evaluate the 7C2. That means combinations. You need to evaluate n factorial divided by r factorial and minus r factorial. So you have to do 7 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 2 because r is 2, and 7 minus 2 factorial. It would be 7 factorial, 2 factorial, and 5 factorial. Got it? So 7 times 6 times 5 factorial, 2 factorial, and 5 factorial. You can cancel out 5 factorial and 5 factorial. So 7 times 6 is 42 and 2 factorial is 2. So it would be 21. Got it? That is the difference between the combination and the permutations. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, you have to evaluate the permutations. Got it? 5p2. So 5p2 is, okay, you have to evaluate 5p2. That means you need to do 5 factorial and 5 minus 2 factorial. Got it? So here you have 5 factorial and divided by 3 factorial. So it would be 5 times 4 times 3 factorial and divided by 3 factorial. 3 factorial cancel out, and 5 times 4 makes 20. Got it? That means 5p2 is 20. So the correct option is 20. The next one is 3c2. You need to evaluate the combinations. The combination is 3c2. It would be 3 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 minus 2 factorial. So it would be 3 times 2 factorial divided by 2 factorial, and 3 minus 2 is 1 factorial. 2 factorial cancel out, and 1 factorial is 1, so it would be 3. Got it? That would be 3. The next one is 7p2. So which is the correct option? Yes, that's the one we did on board. So 7 minus 2 is 5. So 5 factorial, it would be 7 times 6 is 42. So the correct option is 42. The next one is 4c2. So which is the correct option? 4c2 is 6. You can use the combinations and the permutations formula and you can evaluate the values. Got it? Because I know the values, so got it. That's why. Okay, 4c3 is 4c3 is 4. Just evaluate the combinations formula. Got it? The combinations is it would be n factorial, r factorial, and n minus r factorial. So according to the formula, it would be 4 factorial, 3 factorial, and 4 minus 3 factorial. So you can write as 4 times 3 factorial, 3 factorial, and 4 minus 3 is 1 factorial. So 3 factorial cancel out, and 4 over 1 makes 4. Got it? So it would be 4. The correct option for this one is 4. Okay, 6p2. So which is the correct option? That would be 30. Got it? 6p2 is 30. You have to do 6 times 5. It would be 30. Okay, the next one is 5p2. So which is the correct option? It would be 20. 5p2 is 20. Okay, 3c2 is 3C2 is 3. The correct option is 3. Okay, 4C2 is, four C2 equals 6. That would be 6. 5P2. So 5P2 equals, that would be 20. So 5P2 is 20. Okay, 4P3. 4P3 equals, that would be 24. 4P3 equals 24. The correct option is 24. Okay, the next one is 4C2. So which is the correct option? It would be 6. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is probability of independent and dependent events. First, we're going to learn what are the dependent and independent events. So, dependent events are the one if the outcome of the first event is related to the second event. That means they are the dependent event. But if there is no relation between the outcomes of both the events, that means they are the independent events. Just look at the example. You pick a card at random, put it back, and then pick another card at random. What is the probability of purple and orange? So you have to calculate two of the probabilities, the purple and the orange. Just look at the events. They are independent. How they are independent? Because first you put a card and then put it back. So when you put a card, like for example, you selected the purple card first, got it? The total cards are 10. So you have 9 of them are purple. The probability of purple is 9 by 10. Got it? But then again, you put the card back. The, again, you have the 10 cards. For the orange card, you have just one orange card and it would be 1 over orange, 1 over 10. So the probability of orange is 1 over 10. You need to calculate the probability of purple and orange. So you need to multiply these probabilities 9 by 10 times 1 by 10. That would be 9 over 100. So that means the probability of getting purple and orange is 9%. Got it? If the Okay, let's just start the test question. Okay, you pick a card at random without putting the card back. You pick a second card at random. What is the probability of green and green? So you picked a card at random without putting it back. So let's suppose first the probability of, you need to calculate the probability of green and green. You have one, two, three, four, five total cards. You have five, and three of them are green. Probability of green and green, that's the one we have to find. Let's just suppose the first card we selected is green. Got it? The total cards you have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be 3 out of 5 for the first time. Got it? Because you have 3 cards that are green out of the 5. Okay, you didn't put the card back for the second time. Let's suppose you didn't put the card back. Now you have one less card because you already selected one card. You have now one, two, three, four cards. Got it? You picked the green card. You have just 4 cards left now. That's how they are the dependent events. Got it? Because for the second event, the outcomes are less. So it would be 2 over 4. Got it? So probability of green and green is, you have to multiply these probabilities, 3 by 5 times 2 by 4. So it would be 3 times 2 is 6 and 5 times 4 is 20. So let's just do 6 by 20 multiply by 10, because you need to calculate the value in the percentage. So it would be 6 by 20, 0.3 times 100. So it would be 30%. That means the probability of getting green and green is 30%. Got it? Just do 6 by 20. 3 by 10 times 100, so it would be 30%. The probability of getting both times though green is 30%. Got it? That's how the events are dependent events. You spin the spinner twice. Probability of getting 2 and probability of odd. So the events are independent. Got it? Because that is the spinner. Whenever you spin, you have 4 options. It will be land any on the 4 options. Got it? Okay, probability of getting 2. Probability of getting 2, you have, it would be 1 over 4. Got it? And the probability of getting odd is, you have 2 of the odd values, 1 and 3. Got it? It would be 2 over 4. So the probability of 2 and probability of odd is 1 by 4 times 2 over 4. 2 times 1 is 2 and 4 times 4 is 16. It would be 1 over 4 times 1 over 8 times 100. Got it? Let's just multiply 1 by 8 times 12.5% it is. Got it? 1 by 8 is 12.5. So it would be 0.125, and 0.125 times 100 is 12.5. So probability of getting 2 and odd is 12.5%. Okay, you picked a marble at random. Without putting the marble back, you pick a second marble at random. What is the probability of brown and blue? So you selected a marble, you didn't put it back. That means the events are dependent events. Got it? Okay, the probability of brown for the first time is, you have 3 brown out of the 5. The probability of blue for the second one, you already selected 1 brown. Now you have just 4 marbles left, and you have for blue it is just 1. Got it? So probability of brown and blue is 3 by 5 times 1 by 4. It would be 3 times 1 is 3 and 5 times 4 is 20. It would be 3 over 20. So the probability is 3 over 20. Okay, the next one is, You roll a six-sided die two times. What is the probability of even and probability of less than six? So whenever you are spinner and die, they are the independent events. So that would be independent. Okay, probability of even. Okay, on die you have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Got it? So even numbers are, you have three of numbers are even, it would be 3 over 6. And probability of getting the numbers less than 6. So how many numbers do we have that are less than 6? They are 5 out of 6. Got it? So that means the probability of even and less than 6 is 3 by 6 times 5 by 6. So 3 times 5 is 15. You can cancel out just 5 and 5. No, 3 times 6 it is, not 5. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, they are 3 by 6 times 5 by 6. So 5 times 3 is 15 and 6 times 6 is 36. So it would be 3 times 5 is 16 and 3 times. So it would be 5 over 12. The probability is 5 over 12. Got it? The correct option is option number 1. Okay, you spinner twice. What is the probability of orange and purple? The spinners are independent events. Got it? So probability of orange. You have 1, 2, 3 times orange out of 11. Got it? So it would be 3 over 11. And the probability of purple is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 over 11. So the probability of orange and probability of purple is 3 over 11 times 4 over 11. It would be 3 times 4 is 12 and 11 times 11 is 121. So it would be 12 over 121. So the correct option is option number 1. Okay, you pick a marble at random. Without putting the first marble back, you put a second marble at random. What is the probability of purple and green? That would be the dependent event because you didn't put the first marble back. Got it? So the probability for the first one, probability of green is 1 out of 4. And the probability of purple is you already selected one marble, now you have just 3. It would be 3 over 3. So the probability of getting green and purple is 1 by 4 times 1. 3 by 3 is 1. That would be 1 over 4. Got it? So the correct option is 1 over 4. Okay, you put a card at random, put it back, and then pick another card at random. What is the probability of even and what is the probability of less than 9? So you put the card back, that means that would be the independent even. Okay, probability of even. So two of them are even, so it would be 2 out of 4. And probability of less than 9. So how many of them are less than 9? 3 of them would be 3 over 4. So the probability is 2 by 4 times 3 by 4. That would be 6 over 16, 3 over 8. That would be 3 over 8. Got it? The second option is the correct option. You pick a card at random without putting the card back. You pick a second card at random. What is the probability of orange and what is probability of red? You don't have any red card here, so the probability for red is 0. That means the probability of orange and red is 0 because 0 times any number is 0. So it would be 0. Okay, you pick a card at random, put it back, and then that would be the independent event because you put the card back. So probability of white and orange. Okay, probability of white. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are orange. Sorry, 5 of them are white, and the total are 12. So probability of white is 5 over 12. Probability of brown, just 3 of them are brown. So it would be 3 by 12. So the probability of white and brown is 5 by 12 times 3 by 12. So it would be 3 times 4 is 12. So it would be 5 over 12 times 4 is 48. So the correct option is 5 over 48. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. We are working on grade 9 maths, grade 8 maths. We're working on the chapter probability. The lessons we have covered today are counting principle, combination and permutation notation, probability of independent and dependent events. Please make sure before the next session you have to complete the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.